right. Knew this game was going to be tough second time around. They made the adjustments that we figured that they were going to make because they had some success at the end of the game doing it. And they came right into the game and did it. And we weren't ready for it when the game started. It was a little disheartening because it bothers me as a coach to prepare the team to understand what's going to happen. And when it happens and we don't look like we're prepared for it, then it's not good on my part. So I have to go back to the drawing board on that. But to play a team back-to-back like this is really tough. For us to still win by 14 points says a lot about our team. And I'm proud of the second victory in a row at home.
We'll take questions. We'll start with Danielle.
Hey, what can you say about Landers tonight? He was scoring, not just in his usual way of long twos or threes, but it seemed like he's putting the ball on the floor a lot and rebounding really well as well.
Yeah, I've challenged him to do both of those, to basically, get to the foul line more, to get into the mid-range shot instead of settling for threes, and definitely rebounding the ball more. We need his size. We need his size on the glass, and he's starting to do better with that these last couple weeks.
We'll go to Terry.
What's up, Coach?
What's up, Terry?
Hey, man, you guys only had 4 attempts in the first half, but you had 4 attempts in the first 3 minutes. Was that a point of emphasis to be more aggressive and attack the basket to start the second half?
Yeah, we wanted to get downhill. We knew that we were a little stagnant, and we had to get our rhythm again because they broke our rhythm in the first half, and we stopped pressing because they broke it easily a couple times, and we got kind of soft. And in the second half, I said, we're going all out, and we're going to start back pressing again, but we're going to change it up a little bit. And we changed it up in the second half and got better with it, and we got downhill as well.
Jason?
Hey, Penny, you said UCF made some adjustments after Monday's game. What kind of adjustments did you guys make?
Well, we made the adjustments on not settling a lot, trying to get inside the paint. Didn't really want to settle. We had 13 threes today. We didn't shoot them well, but we didn't get inside the paint, and we wanted to share the ball and get 20 assists. We wanted to get in the paint. Saw a lot of opportunities when they were in that zone that we could get inside the paint. We got in there, and we just didn't do enough of it. So that was our adjustment, is not to settle for so many threes, but to get more into the paint and then push the pace so they couldn't set up in their zone.
Did you learn anything after last week's kind of back-to-back with SMU? What did you guys, what did you take away from that that you implemented, facing another opponent for 2 times in 3 days?
Yeah, I think the one thing that you understand is that it's not about X's and O's at that time. It's like Coach Hubie Brown said, it's about Jimmys and Joes. It's about what do you got in your chest? Because when I'm running, we know what they're running, and now it's time to compete. And you just want to see the guys that are going to compete because we're running the same thing. You're not going to make a huge adjustment in like one day. It's going to be the same plays, same personnel. What I learned in the SMU game is you just got to bring it when you play a team like that back-to-back.
Mark?
Penny, along those lines, they cut the lead to 4 there in the second half, and you guys respond with a 13-2 run, and they never really get close again. How reassuring was a moment like that where your guys sensed it was slipping away and they kind of put their foot on the gas in a tough situation where, maybe they weren't playing their best, but they end up winning comfortably? How reassuring was that, seeing them do that in the second half?
That was really reassuring to me because it lets us know that we're growing. It lets us know that we're growing because our guys seem to like the drama in the game instead of blowing people out most games. We have the opportunity to step on them, and we don't, and they get back into the game, and then we push the gas again and push back out. It's like they want that challenge, and it's a little too scary for our fans and for the coaching staff. I'd rather just go ahead and blow them out from the beginning and not let them back into the game. But it was reassuring and fun to watch that the guys just took the challenge and went on a 13-2 run.
Danielle?
To kind of piggyback off of that, when that's happening, what is your approach as a coach? Or do you pull 1 or 2 guys aside and try to coach them up a little bit and tell them what they need to do better? Or are you at the point where you're kind of like, well, maybe I'll let them figure it out and see what happens?
I have to interject. I see some guys that are out there going half speed. They think the game is over. They lose their energy that they had in the beginning. And every time we sub, it seems like the bench guys come in and have to get warmed up first instead of coming in ready to play. You've been seeing them play for like the last 4 or 5 minutes. You should be ready to come in and adjust right on the fly. So I'll see a couple guys every game, sometimes 3, where they just start going through the motions, not being where they need to be early enough, not getting active hands, not boxing out, and then the team makes a run, and then all of a sudden they're ready to go. We really have to just continue to just work on that with the guys.
We'll go 2 more. Terry?
Hey, Coach, a couple weeks ago, you guys blew out East Carolina, but you say you weren't winning the right way. So are you winning the right way? And, you know, you got East Carolina coming in Saturday on a big high. So are you winning the right way to try to get another win on Saturday?
Well, what I mean by not winning the right way is like we get bored with success. You know, we'll just stop. Like I said, we'll stop playing. We'll stop giving effort for a while, and then we'll pick it back up. To win the AAC regular season and the AAC championship, you can't have those huge lulls. You can't give teams, you can't spot them those points. So when we beat ECU, they were without their coach and their best shooter. And I think that they beat Houston tonight. They end up beating them. They beat Houston tonight, so they're very capable, man. They're not. You can't underestimate anybody. And I think sometimes we get to the point where we start underestimating teams. So winning the right way is understanding personnel, sticking to our principles, and everything else comes after that.
Last question, Mike.
Hey, Penny, on that note, you know, everyone seemed to have given this regular season championship to Houston all season long. And again, they are the team to beat in the AAC. But with what happened tonight and how well you guys seem to be piecing it together now, can you talk to your guys about, hey, there's still that carrot out there. We can catch Houston. We got 2 games against those guys.
For sure. With ECU, you know, dropping a bomb on the conference tonight by beating them at home, it puts us right in range because if we take care of business the next couple games at home, we go there and we're not overlooking anybody. We go there for first place. It's just one of those situations. So we just have to continue to play well at home. Can't underestimate ECU coming in here because they're very capable, obviously, for beating Houston, the number 5 team in the country. And we have to get it done. We cannot overlook anybody. But looking at Houston lose tonight definitely gives the guys that understanding that, hey, man, if you just go and battle and fight on every night, you have an opportunity to win.
But what do you tell your guys? You know, as you mentioned, you beat ECU by 20 plus a week or so ago. You have them Saturday. Like tonight, you beat UCF by 30 2 nights ago, and it was a 4-point game with about 12 minutes to go. So what's the message to your guys as you get ready to take on an ECU team that you had no trouble with a couple weeks ago?
Well, I think the message is clear because they beat Houston tonight, and everybody respects Houston at the highest level and know how hard they play. So it's not just about playing hard, it's about playing smart and understanding personnel. So that's our thing. We're not going to take them for granted. We're going to take things away from them that they like to do and not allow them to get a run going in our building and try to get the game over with in the first half. We're going to jump on them early.